a nice big belly lure. That's the reason I love to fish those big lakes. The fish look stunning. Some nice small scales. Look at that belly. Imagine that fish in 5 or 6 years. Absolute power horse. Also some nice patterns on this side. At that fish. That makes me quite optimistic. If you have contact in the first night on these lakes, that's always good. And I have to say, we got the wind right in our faces. I hope for some more. What a way to start the session. Great. So, new rig, new baits, and the rod goes out again in front of the reeds. And then back to sleep. If you gotta wear a rainbow band, then you gotta wear it. That's what you do. If your wife's kid said to you, Sascha, you gotta wear that and you're gonna catch a big fish. So I promised him to do it. It's the Lucky Charm Rainbow Day. Coffee, a bit of breakfast, and some clear thoughts on what the plan is for today. Moments ago I thought, yeah, let's go for the deeper spot, but with the wind coming in and pushing against the reeds, I think it's better to place the rod in front of the reeds and find a hard spot, because the fish last night speaks for itself. The rigs are all tied, baits are on, to have them ready and prepared when we have fish. I think I'm done with overthinking the replacement of the rod, and I decided to replace it because I spoke to Kai, and Kai caught some real good fish that night, but what he could see was that on his lead, on the line and everything, there were bloodworms attached all over. So the idea is the fish feed on soft ground. So my plan is to get the left rod off the pre-baited spot and get it somewhere over there in front of the reeds, where the ground is fading from soft to sandy or gravel. My experience is that the better fish are not in the swarm. They swim through the water alone, and maybe I can catch one on a trap in front of the reed. I'm getting to the baited spot to pick up the rod without the echo, because I don't want the fish to be spooked by the echo sounder, and I will use it as soon as we go back to the reeds, because we are on the swim. Just real quick, I want to see if something happened. Could have been small fish that were pulling on the bait. Yeah, it's completely ripped out of the lid. I will get a smaller bait on when I replace it now, but that one is still good to go. So now we are on our way to the corner of a bay that is packed with reeds, and then I will take a look on the echo. And I keep the boat in the direction where the tip of the bay is, and as soon as the ground starts to fade from soft to hard, rocky, whatever, I will see it on the gray line. It will start to get brighter, and then I will use a ground tester to see what kind of ground I have, and then I will drop it on the part where the soft ground starts to fade into the hard one, because I know that the fish are picking up bloodworms on the soft ground, and that's where I want to place the rod. So get the lead in, few baits around, also in my bag, so that the fish need to move to find food, and we are good to go back. I try to have a nice line lay back to the swim, and I also want to feel my snag leader knot going through my fingers. So I keep one finger on the spool and the other ones hold the line as much as possible. So I can now see that the snag leader is going off the reel. I know that the knot is going to come soon. So I keep my attention on the knot, that it's not tangled on the braid. So it's now coming. Good. It's off the reel, so I can loosen the left hand and just hold the finger on the lip. And as you can see, the reel looks a bit messed, but yeah, we are not sterile park lake fishing. We are fishing a big lake in the north of Germany. We have mud, we have waves, we have wilderness, but isn't that what makes fishing adventurous? At least for me, that's it. I also try to hold the tip of the rod down in the water as much as possible to get a better lie lay due to the wind. So I keep it in the water till I'm almost on the swim. The line can sink better and I don't have a too big bow in the line. I'm here around 900 kilometers away from home, and while most of the European carp anglers love to drive to the south of France, I still like to go north. It all begins as soon as I sit in the car and start my journey. Most of the time I drive during the night, listening to podcasts, listening to music, and already try to get a connection to the lake. And for me, the one big thing going north to fish one of those big lakes is leaving the highway, starting to drive into remote locations, turning the music up and reaching your lake or your destination and get a connection to the water. Sometimes it's quite hard to catch fish, but I'm here to catch unique fish, to have wildlife encounters and a good time. It's not about catching 50 fish a session. It's about getting connected to the lake and to catch at least one fish. That's what makes the difference between big waters in the north and big waters in the south. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But that's what makes the difference for me. I love to be out here. Filming and Mark was a few meters away from me. Took a look on the tip of the middle rod and I could see it bent down with the buzzer not put too sensitive. I think it didn't even have the chance to get a beep. So yeah, let's see if something is on. One thing I like to do is have the brake of the reel not too tighten when I drive to the fish, because it makes it easy to have good contact to the fish and you can still reel in fast. And as you can see, maybe that's the reason we didn't get a direct contact. The buoy's over there and it looks like the fish collected it. It's a mirror and not that bad. That fight speaks for itself. The fish are so powerful. You don't even get them tired. I mean, I know a lot of folks that would just pull it up, but there's no need to ruin the mouth if you don't have any snacks. You can play it till it's tired. That's a good fish. What a view, huh? The wind calmed down, sky colored a bit in red, playing fish from the boat. I love it. Definitely not one of the smallest. Just a little bit. We got that one. Second fish off the drip and a real good one. Definitely not the smallest as first thought. Could be at the end mark of the 30-pound class. Crazy. wind is always good on the big lakes, but I think nothing beats playing a fish on a crystal clear, silent water without any waves on it. That makes it even more special because you can see the fish way earlier, and I think it has something mystic. I just checked on the night shots I made, and I realized that I captured some northern lights on the early photos. So I will now get the time lapse I recorded on the cell phone and check that as well. That's crazy. Better way to start a day. Coffee, watching time lapses with northern lights. That's it. That's definitely the lifestyle of carp fishing. I mean, you don't usually have northern lights. Depends on which area you are from. But that is special. First time for me. Never had it when I was fishing here. So, fingers crossed for another big fish, and then that trip is so perfect. Crazy. And as you see, with that belly, even the small fish have a lot of potential here. And now I will change the leader from inline to lead clip, because that rod is gonna be a bit more on long range, and I want the fish to be able to get the lead out of the clip. That's also one reason I use braid, because you want to have a direct connection to your rig and to the lead.
soft, bit hard, but looks good. So I will set a waypoint. The water temperature on the surface is around 12 degrees. So let's place this one. Recheck it, still on spot. And make sure your rig is nice and straight. Yeah, that looks good. So rig dropped. I could feel soft on the first drop, hard on the second one. So I'm slowly gonna turn the boat without pulling or pushing the rig away. Turn backwards so I have the right direction to the cam. We'll put the small amount of baits a bit spreaded. Also, the wind turned today in the complete opposite direction. Maybe that changed something. I don't know yet. We will see. Now we try to reach deeper water, be at least around 3 meters, because we had a big temperature drop last night. We had the first ice on the ground, and I think the fish could have moved to deeper waters. I'm gonna move a bit backwards. The wind is blowing up, so not the best direction because it completely turned. Which means we have a quiet camp now without wind in our face. But sometimes the fish move with the wind, so hopefully they don't. Okay, that'll be good. Let's drop it. What I'm gonna do is I will have the swinger in for a moment to get a bit more tension on the line, and if I see it drop, I will tighten the line a bit, but for now that's good. It's sensitive enough. Good. It's around 4 p.m. The sun is almost hitting ground. want to talk a bit more about the positioning of the rod. Since we switched a lot the last days, the left rod is now somewhere in a depth around 2 meters behind a plateau or a channel that goes through the lake. We have the baited spot on that banana shaped plateau on a hard gravelly spot. The middle rod is the farthest. It's on around 3 meters on hard and soft ground, also with a snowman, and it's just pointing straight into the middle of the lake, and it comes after a plateau that is like in a more or less banana shape with different structures, sandy, gravelly, a mixture of soft and hard ground that is straight out. And we have a rod to the right in a depth of 2 meters and 50. You see the reeds start to our right, then the tree line is following, and the reeds start again right after the white birds that sit in the tree. And if you point a straight line on the part where the reed starts, around 150 meters into the middle of the lake, that's where that rod is positioned on the parts with the holes that are soft and are sandy and gravelly. There is a snowman on. And I decided to redo the middle rod on the baited spot, because I checked the whole day with the binoculars what's out there, and I could see fish moving on the surface. They didn't jump, but you could see their back coming out, and they are on the spot. I don't know if they just hang around there or if they are feeding, so I will switch from snowman to pop-ups. It's so good to feel the sun in my face. Last sun of the day. Few minutes and then it's gone.
Lost it.
Oh no.
Oh. Things like that happen. That's fishing. But now we know that maybe pop-up is the better choice. And I will check the point real quick. Yeah, everything's fine. Since I use bait screws, I also check if the boilie is still solid on the screw, and then that can go right back on spot.
Time for coffee. my friend Kai is going to park his boat here for a few hours. He got his rods out. He has a really important appointment at home, so he will come back later to fish the night again.
Almost not able to move.
Hey. I'm going to the boat.
As I'm going to invest a bit of time making some more location. The water temperature dropped the last 2 days from almost 13 down to 9.6. I think the fish moved to the deeper parts, and I want to see if I can find holes or some really unique spots the fish are maybe located now, because we are heading to the last night and I would really like to get at least one more fish. I mean, you see the area is really, really big, and if you don't put a bit of time and work in, then you definitely will not catch fish. That was quite informative.
The hole.
We got a lot of work in front of us.
Oh.
I will replace one of the left rods and I will get it to the right rod. So I have 2 rods on this side, and I will go and get one on the reeds. It's quite in the shadow of the wind and is at least 3 degrees higher than in the rest of the lake. And the other one on the end of the tree line on, I think 320, 330. And I will use only small traps, a few baits around, and that's it. I have a fish on, so in case you want to try the drone, then now it's the time.
Okay, I will set up the drone then.
Okay. You want to get into the wind, or you want to have the wind in your back, because it makes it at least a bit easier to play the fish. Is he ready? Is he ready? Yes, he is! I will unhook him with the rig because I don't want to harm his mouth. That's it. He's good to go. I will get the rig in the boat. Yeah, there it is. I just thought I lost my mobile phone for a moment. Okay, here we go. I had to get off the Lucky Charm headband because it was really hot out there in the sun. Mark was a bit frosting around in the shadow, but I had sun and I bagged a nice mirror, so I'm really good to go.
hand you this.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it. No. No, 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 no. No, it's off. Yes, it's off. Maybe it was our lucky punch. Yeah, but let's get the rod back in, still a few hours left. We had a great time. We caught fish. We had some wildlife encounters with deer, kingfisher, a lot of different birds. We had wind, we had rain, we had sun. We had northern lights. It's cold. Both of us didn't get much sleep. But most important, we really had a great time. It's time to pack our stuff. Both of us have around 9 hours of driving ahead of us. I hope you had a great time watching the movie, and hope to see you next time in the next tribal shot. I wish you good luck in your own fishing. See ya. That's it. We are done. Over and out. That was a great time, man.
I experienced it again.
I can give you the mic, yeah?